It's a Friday night. I've got the booze ready. There's some cruise news to get into, starting with why there's a hole in the side of Carnival's brand new Celebration. Yeah, a brand new cruise ship already got a big old hole in the side. Plus, the Port of Miami is officially dethroned and no longer can be called the busiest cruise port in the world. And Disney cruisers, get ready. There's a new loyalty tier that just revealed some new perks for you. Let's roll the intro. Hey, welcome to the Midships channel. I'm your Captain Corey, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. Yes, I know, Mom, I'm not supposed to be drinking here while I'm working, but this will all become clear to you. Well, after the first story, I'm going to save this one for the second story. Let the ice sort of work in a little bit. All right, let's get into the first cruise news story of the day. There's a hole in the side of the Carnival Celebration. This photo was sent to me from a subscriber. They actually sent me a few photos from a day or two ago, and I've not seen this anywhere else in the cruise news, but that's a hole almost the size of a porthole in the side of the Celebration. Now, these photos were taken while the Celebration was in port in Costa Maya, Mexico. If you've ever cruised in or out of Costa Maya, you know it is one of the windiest and waviest port areas that I've come across in a long time. I'm not sure how cruise ships always end up seeming to get into port there. You would think you would miss port a lot more frequently, but I've never actually had to miss port personally in Costa Maya. I've been there probably 10 times now. Well, apparently the Celebration, in trying to dock in Costa Maya, made contact with something on one of the piers. There's really not a whole lot of news out there about this. So if you know any more information about why there's a hole in the side of the ship I'm hosting my group cruise on in a few months, please let me know about it in the comments below. Let's take the cruise news down to the state of Florida, the Sunshine State, where most of the best cruises, some of the best cruises depart from. And we're talking the battle to be number one, the busiest cruise port in the world. Forever, basically, it's been known that the Port of Miami is the cruise capital of the world, but not last year, because just a few hundred miles to the north, the sleepy, quiet little giant of Port Canaveral was plotting and scheming to dethrone Miami cruise port, and they officially did so last year, carrying almost 250,000 more cruise passengers out of Port Canaveral than were carried out of the Port of Miami. So according to the recently released figures for 2022, Port Canaveral saw an astounding 4.21 million cruise passengers in the year 2022, and that is more than Miami's measly 4.02 million cruise passengers. Congratulations are in order for Port Canaveral and their CEO, Mr. John Murray, I believe is his name. He's been working really hard to keep Port Canaveral at the forefront of cruising, and it looks like these numbers prove that he's doing something right. All right, let's get into our next story that involves a little bit of... Actually, wait, no, before I drink, I got to pay some bills. If you love this channel and you love cruising, chances are you could benefit from having the best cruise essentials that Amazon sells delivered to your house on Prime. And the best place to find that is in my Amazon affiliate store. In there, you can see everything I take with me every single time I cruise. I'm always adding some new stuff. If I get enough comments, I'll add my special whiskey glasses as well. Check it out. There's a link in the description down below. Now, let's get you drinking. What do you think? And coincidentally, I have to drink while talking about Norwegian Cruise Line. Yes, the episode is filmed about my full traumatic experience with the Norwegian Cruise Line who stole my money, but we're going to talk about them anyways. They've got a booze cruise option for those of you with a more sophisticated palate, people who like to sip out of a glass like this and admire the colors and talk about how, ooh, it smells like cherry and grandmother's concrete floor. You know, those kind of people. Well, Norwegian has a cruise for you. It's classy. It is a Johnny Walker whiskey cruise that's slated to sail through Europe this September. And throughout the cruise, whiskey lovers, get excited. You get to rub elbows with a master blender from Johnny Walker, as well as some other specialists in the industry that will be coming on board the ship throughout the sailing. So really a cool idea for a themed cruise. Prices start at $6,800 for two. So you got to have a little bit of extra scratch laying around for this one, but might be just the cruise you were looking for. Cheers. All right, I could spend the rest of my night sipping on that bourbon and talking about cruises, but let's keep this short and sweet. We've got to move on to our next cruise news story. This is about Disney Cruise Line. If you weren't aware, they are about to celebrate their 25th anniversary. And in doing so, they're bringing a new status level to the line for their most loyal cruisers. Now, this new level, it's called Pearl, and you have to have cruised 25 sailings with Disney Cruise Line to achieve this. And basically what it's going to do is give you all of the benefits you already had from silver, gold, and platinum levels with Disney Cruise Line. And they're going to take it up a notch with a little bit more status. And those being, if you're a Pearl level cruiser, well, you've got a 4-day head start from anybody else to book on these hotly anticipated cruises. And that's not the only perk with being Pearl with Disney Cruise Line, because you're also going to get a 3-day head start to book onboard entertainment. You get 123 days prior to cruising. You're able to log in and book those onboard shows and entertainments. Plus, you do get a complimentary photo package on board the cruise. Is this thing on? Are you able to hear me? If you are, make sure you check out the Facebook link in the description below this video, because it's your invitation to my group cruise on the brand new Carnival Celebration. It all goes down June 11th from Miami, Florida. It's a 6-night cruise heading down to Cozumel, Costa Maya, and Mahogany Bay. Like I said, for more info or to check out room rates, check out the Facebook link in the description below. If you made it this far into today's episode, boy, it'd be cool if you subscribe to this massively growing cruise community here at the Midships channel. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And until next time, we'll see ya on the Midships.